pose. So when you are ready, you can come onto your knees. Bring them pretty wide, maybe even as wide as the mat if that feels okay for you. And then bring your big toes together to touch. Sink your hips back towards your heels, and then there's a few different things you can do with your arms here. You can have them stretched out long in front of you with your forehead on the mat, or if it doesn't reach the mat, a block. You can also try flipping your palms to face the ceiling. You can also take your arms alongside your torso, palms face the ceiling. Additionally, if you would like a little chest and shoulder opening, you can bring your palms together to touch and then bend your elbows to take your thumbs to the nape of your neck. And then just gently press down into your elbows. So just find a place that works for you. Something that feels comfortable in this moment. Let your belly just kind of settle between your thighs. Let your eyes fall heavy or closed. Maybe rock your head side to side a couple times. Yeah. Unclench your jaw. Just settle in here on your mat. You've made it to the weekend. So maybe take this opportunity to just kind of check in with yourself and notice how you're feeling or what areas of your body you might like to give a little bit more love and attention to. And as you do that, you can start to just lengthen your inhales and exhales. Finding a little bit more breath, a little bit more control, a little bit more awareness. Maybe inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Now, if they're not there already, start to reach your fingertips towards the top of your mat and then press into your fingertips so much that your elbows start to come away from the mat. Take a breath in here. Then as you exhale, walk your hands over to the right side of your mat, placing the left hand on top. You maybe can roll to the left side of your head, gazing off to the right. And then option to take your right hand to your lower back. One more breath here. And then as you exhale, release, walk your hands back to center to reset. And again, press into your fingertips, activating through the arms, through the shoulders. Take an inhale here. And then exhale, walk your hands over to the left now, placing the right hand on top. If you did on the opposite side, your left hand can come to your lower back. One more breath here. And then as you exhale, release, walk your hands back to center, spread your fingertips, really press into your whole hand now. And on your next breath in, start to shift your weight forward into your hands, stacking the shoulders over the wrist. Hinge your hips forward and down towards the mat. And when they can't come any closer, lift your feet, keeping your big toes touching. Hug your elbows in towards the sides of your rib cage, shoulders down and back. Inhale here. As you exhale, take your gaze over the right shoulder. Inhale back to center. And exhale over the left shoulder. Inhale back to center. And as you exhale, slowly press it back to your child's pose. Forehead comes all the way down to the mat, and we'll flow this just 2 times through, moving with the breath. Take your time with it. So as you inhale, roll your weight forward into your hands, hips forward and down, nice and tall through the chest. Exhale, child's pose, take it back. One more time, inhale, shift forward, weight into the hands, hips forward and down. And exhale, child's pose. On your next breath in, come forward onto your hands and knees in your tabletop pose. So now stack the hips right over the knees, shoulders over the wrists. And then look back at your feet. So we want the feet to point straight back, shins parallel. Give your hips just a little wiggle side to side to release the outer hips. Then come back to stillness. Now keeping your right arm straight, slide your right hand towards the top of your mat. Start to press the right armpit, right rib cage towards the mat, almost like you're stretching like a kitty cat. Gaze off to the left, keeping the hips stacked over the knees here. Gently pressing into the tops of the feet. Inhale, drag the right hand back under your shoulder where you started. Exhale, slide the left hand forward. Left rib cage and armpit presses towards the mat, gaze off to the right. Inhale, back to center. One more time, exhale, right hand forward, gaze off to the left. Inhale, back to center. And exhale, left hand slides forward, gaze off to the right. Perfect. Inhale, back to center, into your tabletop pose. Now you don't need to use your blocks, but I like to use my blocks for this. The height of the blocks will depend on the person, but in your tabletop pose, bring your legs together. And then slide your right knee forward so you can cross the right leg all the way over the left leg. Then see if you can bring your feet a little further out towards the sides of your mat. Then on an exhale, shift your hips as far back as you can, reach your arms forward, and then let your head drop. On an inhale, shift your weight forward back into the hands. Uncross the right leg. And we'll do the same thing on the left side now. So left leg crosses over the right. And then see if you can bring your feet a little further out towards the sides of your mat. On an exhale, hips shift back. Let your head drop. Inhale, shift weight back into the hands, uncross the left leg, and then bring your knees right underneath your hips again. Your blocks can come off to the side. Extend your right leg to the right side of the room. And then bring your ankle right in line with your hip. So leg is about perpendicular to your mat, toes face forward. Start to shift some weight back and forth. It doesn't have to be a big movement, but if you'd like, maybe your hips come all the way back towards your left heel. Or maybe your shoulders come past your wrists. You can also try turning your toes up towards the ceiling, see how that feels. Couple more times on your own. Stack your shoulders back over your wrists, and now seal your entire right foot to the mat. So pinky toe edge of the foot presses into the floor, toes face forward. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Come to stand up on your left knee. Inhale, bring your arms out to a T, grow tall. Exhale, gate pose. Right hand gently rests on the right leg. Left arm reaches over to the right. Option to reach your right arm across your rib cage. Maybe you take your gaze slightly up towards the ceiling. Inhale, slowly come back up. Stack the shoulders over the hips. Exhale, plant your hands back on the mat under your shoulders and then come back to your tabletop pose. Give your hips a little wiggle. We'll do the same thing on the other side. So when you're ready, extend the left leg out towards the left side of the room. And start to find some gentle movement back and forth at your own pace. Couple more times. Come back to stillness and then seal your entire left foot to the floor, turning your toes forward. Come to stand up on your right knee this time. Inhale, bring the arms out to a T, grow tall. Exhale, gate pose to the left. Left hand gently rests on the left leg. Right arm reaches over to the left. Maybe you reach the left arm across the rib cage. Open up the chest, lift the gaze. Inhale, come back up. And then exhale, plant your hands back down on the mat. Left knee meets the right in your tabletop pose. Give your hips a little wiggle. Come back to stillness. Take a breath in and curl your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your hips. Press your chest towards your thighs. Maybe pedal out your heels, your knees. Find any kind of movement that feels good. Start to find some stillness in your downward facing dog. Spread your fingers wider. Take a big breath in. And exhale, let it out. Inhale, reach your right leg high and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip, open up through the whole right side body, and then with your knee, draw a few big circles in each direction. Nice. Now just pause wherever you are. Take a breath in and look between your hands. Exhale, step your right foot to the outside of your right hand. And then lower your hips, lengthen your chest towards the front of the room. And then stay off your back knee just for a moment. Find some movement here. Rock back and forth, maybe side to side, up and down. You can also grab your blocks and have those under your hands. It might give you more range of motion. And then when you're ready, slowly lower down to the left knee. Untuck the left toes. Just pause here. You can stay still or find some movement. Now this is optional if you'd like. You can take your right hand to the top of your right thigh, roll to the pinky toe edge of your foot, gaze off to the right side of the room. If it feels accessible, maybe you bend your back knee and grab your foot. That's okay. If you have your foot, carefully release it and face forward towards the top of your mat. Again, reseal your right foot to the mat. Now, you can either place your right hand right at the inside of your right foot, or you can grab a block, place that underneath your hand, especially if you have tight hips. That might be helpful for you. But kick your left foot towards your body first, and then off to the right side of your mat. So your shin is about perpendicular to the mat. Keep the 90-degree bend in your right knee. Inhale, reach the left arm high. Gaze up at your hand. Maybe take a couple wrist circles. And then, keeping everything else still, a few big arm circles in each direction. Reach your left arm back up towards the ceiling. See if you can open up the chest just a little bit further as you breathe in. As you exhale, take your left hand back to the mat where you started. Left foot comes back to center. You can place your block off to the side. Stack your shoulders over your wrists. And then as you push into your hands, take the right knee back to meet the left, tabletop pose. Inhale, curl your toes under. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now inhale, reach your left leg high and back, three-legged dog. Exhale, bend the knee, open the hip, open up through the whole left side body this time. Draw a few big circles with your knee. Take your time. And then pause wherever you are. Take a breath in, look forward. Exhale, step to the outside of your left hand. And again, lengthen out your lunge, bring more space between your feet. And then just rock back and forth a little, maybe side to side, up and down, just finding some movement here in any way that feels good. When you're ready, come down to the right knee, untuck the right toes. Just settle into your lizard pose on the left side. And then either stay where you are or left hand to the top of the left thigh, roll to the pinky toe edge of your foot. Maybe grab the back foot. Then gently release it, come back to center. Now again, either your left hand comes right to the inside of your left foot or grab a block, place that under your hand. Kick your right foot towards your body first, and then off to the left. So shin is about perpendicular to the mat. Rebend the left knee if you lost that 90-degree shape. And then inhale, reach the right arm high. Take your wrist circles. And then a few big arm circles in each direction. Inhale, open up the chest, lift the gaze. Exhale, right hand back to the mat, right foot back to center. Press into your palms to take the left knee back into your tabletop pose. Give your hips a little wiggle. And then scooch a little bit more towards the back of your mat just so you have some space in front of you. Make sure your shins are parallel. Your toes might want to come together here, but see if you can resist that. And then keeping the hips stacked over the knees, we're going to come to either modified or full puppy pose. So for modified puppy pose, walk the hands forward, bring your forehead to the mat. And then for full puppy pose, bring your chin and chest to the mat. Either way, reach your fingertips forward, press your rib cage towards the mat. And then notice if your feet are starting to lift away from the mat. Gently press down into the pedicure side of them. Breathe in. And then as you exhale, slide forward onto your belly into Sphinx pose. Stack your shoulders right over your elbows. Then bring your forearms parallel to one another. Spread your fingers. Tuck your chin back just a little. Gaze over the right shoulder. And over the left shoulder. Gaze over the right shoulder again, and this time press into the right palm until you can straighten out the right elbow. Bring it back down, gaze over the left shoulder, and then again, press into the left hand, straighten the elbow. Bring it back down. Now one more time, gaze over the right shoulder. This time find half frog pose on the right. So place a 90-degree bend in the right knee. And then bring your ankle directly behind your knee. Flex your foot. And then just take your gaze forward again. Relax your hips towards the mat. Now, if this is already very intense for your hips, just stay where you are. But if you'd like to find a little movement, you can start to pulse your right foot up and down without allowing it to kick out or in towards the body. So it needs to stay directly behind the knee. So the only thing we're doing here is internally rotating the thigh. Perfect. Bring it back down. Slide the right leg back to meet the left. And then find your half frog on the left side now. So again, 90-degree bend in the knee. Foot is flexed. Take your gaze forward first. Lift the chest. And then if you did on the opposite side, you can start to pulse the left foot up just by internally rotating the thigh. Ankle stays directly behind the knee. Bring it back down. And then slide your left leg back to meet your right. Draw your chin down onto the mat. And then bring your arms out to a T. So palms will be on the carpet. Now you're going to keep your right arm exactly where it is. Just bend your left knee. Roll to your right side. Now, if you'd like to, you can bring your left hand a little closer in just to stabilize you. You can also take your left hand to your lower back. You can also add a little quad stretch here by grabbing for your left ankle and then pressing your knee away from you. If you have your ankle, release it. And then everybody slowly roll back to your belly. Take your left arm back out to a T if it moved. And then this time bend the right knee. Roll to the left side. Left arm stays out to a T. There you go. And then option to find your quad stretch if you did on the opposite side. Slowly release and roll back to your belly. Just come to one cheek. Take your arms alongside your torso. Bend your knees, windshield wiper your feet. Perfect. Take your feet back down. Bring your chin back to center. Now, we're going to do just a really quick upper back and shoulder mobility drill. It's great for your posture, especially if you are on a computer or on your phone a lot. You can watch me do it first just to demo it for you. If you have blocks, this will make it more challenging, but you can do it with your hands. So either way, your arms are going to reach out in front of you. Very important, you're going to bring your head almost down to the mat. So it's very important that the back of the neck is neutral. You're going to want to look up, but resist that, okay? So gaze is down. You're going to lift your arms, reach them forward, tap the blocks or your hands in front, and then take your hands behind you and tap behind the back. So reach in front, tap. Reach behind, tap. Keep your arms as straight as you can. So you're really finding length here, stretching your fingertips away from you. It also helps to press down into the tops of the feet. Nice job. Just a few really good ones. Perfect. When you're done, turn to the opposite cheek. Take your arms back alongside your torso. Bend your knees and windshield wiper the feet just a couple more times. Take your feet back down. Bring your chin back to center and then slide your palms underneath your shoulders. Gently press yourself up to a tabletop pose. Feel free to wiggle it out, find some cat-cows, but when you're ready, tuck your toes and just meet me in your downward facing dog. Now before we move on, take your feet about as wide as your mat. And then walk your feet just a few inches closer to your hands. Take your left hand and grab for the outside of your right ankle, calf, or thigh. Look under the right armpit. Release. Right hand to the outside of the left ankle, calf, or thigh. Look under the left armpit. And then release. Walk your dog back out. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, pigeon pose on the right. Bend the right knee. Take your knee towards your right wrist, out towards the sides of your mat. And then slide down to the left knee and tuck the left toes. You can bring your knee as far out to the right as you need to in order to make your weight even between both legs. And you might want to just gaze over your left shoulder and check that your leg and foot are in line with your hip. Then you can stay either lifted on your hands. You can also fold over your front leg. If you lowered, start to come back up to your palms. We're just gonna shift all our weight over to the right thigh and then kick your left leg to the top of your mat. Bring your right foot to the inside of your thigh or calf and then sit up nice and tall. Inhale, reach your fingertips high. Exhale, hinge forward and grab for either your foot or your ankle or your calf. Now you're welcome to stay exactly where you are in your fold, but if you'd like to add a twist, you can take your right hand to the pinky toe edge of your left foot, and then you can take your left hand to your lower back. And then if you want to add on here, you can try stacking your shoulders over your hips and kicking your left foot forward. Very slowly release your leg back to the mat. Everybody sit all the way up. Take your right hand behind your right hip on the mat, keeping your legs exactly as they are. Lift your hips towards the ceiling. Inhale, stargazer pose. Reach your left arm back. Flex your left foot. And on an exhale, slowly release your hips back to the mat. Bend your knees, plant your feet nice and wide, and just windshield wiper the knees. Swing your feet over to one side, come to your tabletop pose, and then downward facing dog. Take a nice long breath in through the nose, fill it through your belly, through your chest, through your throat. Open mouth, exhale. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, half pigeon left side, bend the left knee, take it out towards your left wrist. Slide the right leg down and back. Again, gaze over your shoulder, bring your leg and foot in line with your hip. And then maybe fold if you did on the opposite side. If you lowered, start to come back up to your palms. This time we'll shift our weight over to the left thigh and then kick your right leg forward. Left foot to the inside of your thigh or calf. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, fold. So if you found a twist on the opposite side, this time your left hand will grab the pinky toe edge of your right foot, and then your right hand will come to your lower back. And then option to sit up. Carefully release your leg all the way down to the mat. Roll up to a seat. This time left hand comes behind your left hip. Inhale, stargazer pose. On an exhale, slowly bring your hips back to the mat. Face forward. Extend your legs forward, bring them together. And then bend your knees as much as you need to bring your torso to your thighs. From there, grab for the pinky toe edges of your feet. Round through your upper back. Tuck your nose towards your knees. And then if you can do so without lifting your torso away from your thighs, start to kick your heels forward just a little more. Draw your elbows down towards the mat. Inhale, roll all the way back up to a seat. Maybe scooch down a little, but come onto your back. Once you're on your back, bend your knees and plant your feet close to your hips, toes face forward. Feet are about hip-width distance apart. Take your arms alongside your torso, palms press to the mat. And then keep your gaze straight up at the ceiling. Inhale, bridge pose, lift your hips. Option to interlace your hands behind your lower back and wedge your shoulders underneath you. Keep your toes facing forward as you press into your heels and lift your hips higher. Breathe in. As you exhale, slowly roll your spine to the mat. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees butterfly. Place your hands on your belly. Close your eyes. As you breathe in, take your hands to the outsides of your thighs. As you exhale, close your knees together like a book, hug them in towards your body, and then reach through your legs to catch the pinky toe edges of your feet. Find happy baby pose. Bring your thighs nice and wide. Feet mostly parallel to the ceiling. If your tailbone starts to curl up off the mat, you can just grab the backs of your thighs instead. Feel free to rock a little. Find some gentle movement. Come back to stillness. Release your feet and bring your knees back in. This time, take your arms out wide into a T or a cactus shape. On an exhale, let your knees fall to the right, gaze to the left. If you'd like a deeper twist, you can cross the left leg over the right leg. Inhale your knees back to center. And now, exhale, take them to the left, gaze to the right. Inhale your knees back to center. And cross your right ankle over your left thigh for a figure 4 stretch. Interlace your fingers behind your left thigh. Flex your feet. Maybe rock side to side. Come back to stillness. And then just switch it out. So release, cross the left ankle over the right thigh. Interlace your fingers behind your right thigh, flex the feet, maybe rock a little. Come back to stillness. Uncross your figure 4 legs and hug your knees in. Wrap your arms around your shins. Curl your nose towards your knees. Curl into a tiny little ball. Flex every muscle in your body. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, release and come into your final resting pose. Expand on your mat. Take up space. And if you have something to place over your eyes, you can go ahead and grab it now. But find a comfortable position for yourself where you can fully rest and let go. Starting from your toes and working your way up, check in with each muscle, each joint, noticing where you might still be clenching or holding any tension. See if you can let that go. And then together, we'll do just a couple of rounds of box breathing. So first, exhale all the air from your belly, from your chest, completely deflate, and then we'll breathe in for the count of 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the bottom for 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the bottom for 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a big breath in. Sigh it out. Now just return to whatever rhythm of breath feels intuitive for you. Allow yourself to fully let go here for the next couple of minutes. You have nowhere else to be. Slowly let it out. You're more than welcome to stay exactly where you are. There is no rush to leave this space just yet. But if you are ready to begin moving on with your weekend, start by bringing some awareness back to your body slowly. Deepening your breath, pointing and flexing your toes. Maybe clench your hands into a tight fist and then let it go. Wiggle the fingers. Rock your head side to side. When you're ready, take your arms overhead and come into a full body stretch, just as you would if you were waking up in the morning. Now, as you breathe in, arch your back, lift your rib cage. As you breathe out, bend your knees and lazily roll to one side in a fetal pose, using your arm as a pillow. And perhaps the other hand, you just place somewhere you'd like to receive a little bit more love in this moment. Notice the differences you feel in your body compared to when you stepped into the room onto your mat. And then with your eyes heavy or closed, gently press to a comfortable seat. Sit up nice and tall on your mat. Bring your hands to heart center. Bow your head down at your heart and thank yourself for making it to class today, for allowing yourself an entire 60 minutes just for you, and then thank your body for being strong enough to practice. Lift your head, bring your thumbs to third eye center, the space between your eyebrows. The light, the teacher, the student in me honors and loves the light, the student, the teacher, and all of you. Thank you so much.